What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, back for the second half of Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6. I believe this is episode 16. I can't be wrong. But if I'm wrong, you guys, please feel free to check me in the comment section below about that. But I believe this is episode 16. I think that's what I got. I could be wrong again. But before we get into the review, actually, the name of this episode is Innocent Until Proven Keke. So, before we get into this review, you guys, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then please, you guys, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and just get into this episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, shall we? All right, you guys, so Love and Marriage Huntsville is back. Not really too excited to see it come back, but hey, it's back. And before we even go ahead and get into this season, I did do a PSA on my my YouTube stories, my shorts actually. So you guys, here's the thing. It's okay to have a difference of opinion, right? If you like Melody, that's fine. If you like Martel, that's fine. If you like Kimmy, cool. Maurice, cool. Marcel, cool. Courtney, cool. Keke, cool. Tiffany, cool. Lewis, cool. Miss Wanda, whoever. If you like those people, that is fine. We can have what I like to call a difference of opinion, right? What I also will say over here, for me personally on my channel, right? If you guys don't know these people personally, then don't take anything that is said personally, right? If you do know these people personally, feel free to hop in my DMs. And if you want to clarify or clear up something, you can do that. Or you can do it in the comments section below. Either way it go, we just gonna have fun. It's just, this is fun. It's nothing to take to heart or seriously. If you guys are cool with that, I'm cool with that. And let's go ahead and get into the review, shall we? All right, you guys. So for me, this episode, honestly, I didn't get a whole lot from it. One thing I will say is they opened the episode up and they started with the situation with Keke, right? So Keke was on the local news with Crime Stoppers because allegedly she went to, I guess, like a Home Depot or something and shoplifted. Now, at the end of the episode, they said she hadn't been charged with anything. So that is why I will say allegedly. So the first person we see in this episode was none other than Tiffany. And, going into this second half of the season, I don't feel nothing for Tiffany, right? I don't dislike Tiffany. You guys know Tiffany is not my favorite person, but it is what it is when it comes to Tiffany, right? Baby Ace, he is so freaking cute, right? And actually like seeing, I like seeing her in mommy mode. I like seeing her, she was breastfeeding him when Melody came over. I was like, this is a nice side of Tiffany. But that was short lived because Tiffany had to bring up the situation with Keke. And I was like, girl, what the fuck does that have to do with you? Like, I just really wanted to know what the hell it had to do with Tiffany. Because she really brought up the mess. But what I will say about Melody is I'm really happy that Melody did not, delve into that and, kick up the drama and go along with what Tiffany was trying to do, because I felt like Tiffany was trying to goad her into talking about Keke. And I'm, like I said, I'm just happy that Mel didn't fall for it. So yeah, if y'all know anything more about that situation with Keke, you guys can definitely jump down in the comment section and let me know. You guys know that when it comes to this show, once it goes off, I don't keep up with nothing and I don't care about nothing after the episode ends on Saturday nights. I couldn't be bothered to give a damn about a Love and Marriage Huntsville. So yeah, whatever you guys know, please let me know in the comment section. So Tiffany is also getting ready to introduce, let everybody see baby Ace for the first time. Again, like I said, a cute, cute, cute little baby. Such a cutie. So yeah, you guys, let's pause here and move forward. You guys, next up, let's talk about Martel real quick. Martel is delusional as fuck. So you guys remember, I think it was, what was it, last season when he was telling us that he moved into the house that Chris Fletcher has on the market. Well, I don't know if Martel is trying to exude squatters' rights or what, because Chris, that house is off the market at this point, right? And the owners are ready to come to their house, but Martel is still in that house, and I was like, Martel. So, and when Chris said that lease was that thing was month to month, I was like, I know you fucking lying. Like, so you couldn't go get your own house? Like, if it's month to month, that means that your living is literally at will. That is an at will contract. So at any time they can snatch it from you. So you didn't think to say, hey, let me go look for something in the interim that would be, long term. See, this proves, when you literally sit down and think about it, that Melody was the brains of the operation behind she and Martel. Cause come on, bruh, that is like, I have never wanted to do a month to month situation within my second apartment. They were telling me, because I had not made up my mind if I wanted to stay in that apartment or if I wanted to move, and the front office was like, well, we could do month to month. I was like, month to month, and she was like, yeah, and I was like, is that the same price? She said, no, it's a little bit more. I was like, I would not do month. I don't want to do no month to month. And then I was like, month to month. But then at any point in time, y'all could say, oh, well, you don't have a lease with us, and you could say, get the hell out. No. And then when Martel tried to use the kids, I was like, sir, you cannot use your kids. Like, you have to be a mature and grown adult and think about yourself. Think about the betterment of you and your children. Like, I was over that scene as soon as it started, because nothing. Then he's like, well, can you give me an extra 2 weeks or extra this? It's been 8 months. You ain't tried to look for nothing in that 8 months. Not 8 days, not 8 weeks, but 8 months. Martel, you are lazy and you want people to spoon feed you things. Like, that is my problem with him. And there is I don't know if it's a mosquito or if it's a gnat in my apartment. I feel like it's a mosquito. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, that, like I said, that right there got on my nerves. Let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Kimmy real quick, you guys. So with Kimmy, the first scene with her, I was cool with. That second scene with her, I was annoyed with, and it was because of Maurice. So I just feel like I want to go ahead and just get into the Maurice situation real quick. So she and Maurice, they went out on a bike ride, right? And they were talking about the expo, and so they also paid $100 for wherever they were at, right? But see, here's the thing: when Kimmy said that there were certain people who did pay $100 and certain people who didn't, I was like, now see, that's kind of janky and fucked up. Like, I would never want to do another expo or expo with Letitia and Marcel. I'm not, yeah, because you can't do it for one, but then not for someone else. I don't care if we are family. No, 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 no. If you don't ask me for $100, go ask that person for 100. If you're not gonna ask them for 100, don't ask me for 100. Like, I just didn't like that. I don't think Maurice really gave too much of a damn. So we find out that Kimmy is done with her treatments, and this was the part that really annoyed me. So they did talk about Tiffany's part, party where they're gonna be meeting baby Ace, and then we got into the sex talk with Kimmy and Maurice again, and I was just like, oh my god, oh, this never-ending conversation. I don't even know what to say about this scene. I was, like I said, I was slightly annoyed by it, but I'm not gonna get too deep into it. So if you guys want to discuss it down in the comment section, please do so. Let's talk about the fact when Kimmy went over to see Letitia, right, in their rental house that they're in. When are they gonna build Scott Manor? What is the holdup with Scott Manor? Like, there's something that they are not saying, and I don't know. They talked at one point, it was the uncle, right? It's much more than it's much more to this situation. It's it's literally giving charade and Chateau charade, and Chateau never gonna happen. Now I'm not saying that more Manor, I mean not more Manor, but Scott Manor is not gonna happen. But as of right now, it just doesn't look like it's feasible, plausible, anything of the sorts. And there's no slight, no shade to them. It just doesn't look like it's going to happen. Um, because they don't have a timeline for the house. I'm like, how do y'all not have a timeline? Do y'all not have like what are y'all are missing something. It is something that y'all are missing, and I don't know what it is, and I can't put my finger on it. I'm not really trying to put my finger on it, but it's something that's missing. They did talk about the last time they met up with Tiffany and with Stormy. I think there was wrongs on both sides of the spectrum. You guys can tell me what you guys think and feel, and yeah, you guys. Like I said, you guys. So for me, this episode it didn't really give a whole lot of much. It literally actually kind of pretty much picked up where we left off at the mid-season finale. But let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So next up, we got Courtney. So we see Courtney. So Courtney pulled up to Black to have a conversation with Marcel about the $100, and I absolutely agree with Courtney. Like, you know, as far as now with him saying stand out the women's business, I don't necessarily think that him asking for the $100 was Marcel being in the women's business, but we know how Marcel is, right? So I really just felt like Marcel was being flippant. I felt like Marcel was being an asshole. I think that's what Marcel was being. And all this over $100, like, come on, Marcel, it's $100. You could have asked for, like they said, asked for it on the front end. And then Marcel was being an asshole to Courtney, but I don't think you want to try that with Courtney. Because he was like, where was that $100? He said, it was on the website. Marcel, shut up. I love the fact that Courtney said $100. Here, baby. He put that $100 on the bar for the bartender. That woman scooped that $100 up. She was like, "You ain't gotta say nothing. You ain't gotta say shit to me about this, right?" So then we do see as Stormy and him had a conversation about this situation with Marceau. For me personally, you guys, it just is. It doesn't make a whole lick of sense. I feel like I said, I feel like I don't think that for me personally, I don't necessarily think that Marceau was wrong with asking for the $100. Here's the thing: if he had mentioned it to her before that, then it probably wouldn't have been as big of an issue as it was. But it's the fact that you waited till the day of. I think that's the biggest problem, right? So they talked about the conversation between Stormy and Letitia. And like I said a few minutes ago, I think that they both blew that conversation out of, they blew it up, right? Because even not Courtney, but Stormy said that Letitia was agreeing with her, but she told her that, the way she talked to Marcel was wrong. I mean, let me know what you guys think. They also talked about the Keke situation. And the thing that I don't like is everybody in this episode brought up the Keke situation. Everybody, with the exception of Martel, damn near everybody brought up Keke. I feel like if y'all are so concerned about Keke, why didn't y'all sit down with her? Why did y'all wait for the cameras to come up to talk about this? That's how it feels. I'm not saying that that's what they did. It's just how it feels to me. But let's pause here, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. So we do see Mel. So Mel went to go see Keke, right? So Keke is talking about she just got out the hospital because she had some intense pain in her back. And I was like, ooh, the way she's talking and the way she was all over the place, I was like, have you kind of, slid back into your addiction? I really hope that she did not slide back into her addiction. I really hope she didn't. And then Mel brought up the Crime Stopper situation. She said, was I accused of something or was I charged with something? Mel said, accused. So, like I said, at the end of the episode, they said that, at this point, that Keke has not been charged with anything. So we will say alleged. But I mean, they definitely had you on tape. They definitely had you on the surveillance footage. So I don't know what that was, but yeah, you guys, that's Love and Marriage Huntsville. Overall, it wasn't a bad episode. I just feel like for me, it just didn't give me a whole lot to talk about. Yeah, it really didn't give me a lot. It wasn't I won't say I was bored because I wasn't bored. it just didn't give me much to talk about. So I want you guys to definitely just, if I left anything out, please let me know in the comment section below. You guys, please subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, please stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.